Hello again, YouTube. Today we're going to switch things up a bit and do a different type of Hot Wheels diecast. We're going to customize the Millennium Falcon into a ZAMAC custom. This diecast came out for the new movie. I picked up a couple of them. The diecast is very well detailed and has a nice weight to it. Originally I thought upon looking at it that it was going to be two metal outer diecast parts with plastic parts sandwiched between them and held together with 4 rivets. After I drilled out the rivets, I found out I was wrong. The Falcon is completely empty. Lots of room in this thing if you wanted to make a secret stash or something, but that's not what this video is about. So anytime you have a very detailed and complex die-cast part you're going to paint, you have to take into account that the paint will fill in some of the detail. This Millennium Falcon is a good case in point with all its detail. After you remove the paint, you can see that the paintless version appears more detailed, as its details are no longer muted by the paint. Of course, it's also nice and shiny, which helps a lot. I used aircraft paint remover and a small wire brush to remove the paint and achieve this finish. The bottom half is plastic in the color of the paint. We need to make this plastic look like our die-cast top, so the first thing we'll do is paint it with a chrome paint. I'm using the Valspar silver paint for this, but you can use whatever you like. Since we're painting the plastic parts, I'll go ahead and mask off the small satellite dish on top of the Falcon. Really wish they had used the correct dish. I don't believe the Millennium Falcon has a square satellite dish. Anyway, make sure you cover the entire top, that way you don't get any paint on the diecast. Now that we have the plastic parts painted, we need to deal with a small issue. The painted parts are more shiny than the diecast, and this is rather easy to fix. I'll be using a transparent black gloss coat made by testers to overspray the metallic paint. This will dull it down a bit and hopefully get a match. So when I remove the paint, it also removed the tampos for the canopy windows. I need to put these back on the model. To do this, I use a ruler and cut very small shavings of painter's tape and then use them to outline the new canopy windows. I then covered the rest of the area that I wanted to protect with the larger painter's tape. I used my airbrush to paint the windows back on. Since I had black in the airbrush, I went ahead and painted the black engine vents. I'm really not sure what those things are, but I gave them a dirty exhaust type of look. If I remember correctly, the Millennium Falcon was made to look like junk, when in reality it was a high-performance machine. Now we get to the fun part. The original diecast has some red accents. I'm going to paint these in by hand using a really small brush and red paint. I'm going to change it up a bit and only paint parts that form the concentric circles on the saucer part of the Falcon. So here it is after I painted in all the red. I found that painting in the recesses and then wiping off any paint if it made it onto the raised parts worked well for getting the perfect finish. How much red, or none at all, is up to you. Also, don't forget to add any red paint to the bottom, if you so choose. I found it to be a bit easier to paint, as it didn't have all the amount of detail that the top part has. When I got done and the paint dried, I sprayed both top and bottom with Tester's Gloss Clear Coat. This will protect all of our hard work and make the Falcon more durable. The last step is simply putting the Falcon back together. And here she is all finished and put back together. I call this a ZAMAC custom, as it is just the ZAMAC with a clear coat on top. However, I didn't really get the ZAMAC finish, as it tends to be a bit shinier than this. Anyway, the final result is not that bad. I like it a lot better than the painted one, and it has me wanting to customize a couple more. Anyway, let me know what you think, and once again, thanks for watching.